The most dangerous scam does not ask you to be stupid. It asks you to be hopeful. That is why smart people still fall for obvious scams. Not because they cannot see the red flags, but because sometimes the red flags are standing between them and something they desperately want. A better future, a second chance, a way out, a way up, a life where they are finally ahead instead of behind. Most people imagine scam victims as careless, desperate, greedy, the kind of person who should have known better. That image makes us feel safe, but it also makes us blind. Because the best scams do not begin by attacking your intelligence. They begin by finding your want. And once a scam finds the thing you want badly enough, your intelligence can become the tool that helps you defend it. Imagine a man named Daniel. Daniel is 38. Not broke, not rich, just tired. Tired in the quiet way responsible people become tired. He has done what responsible people are supposed to do. He works, he pays his bills, he saves when he can. He waits. But every year the finish line moves. Rent goes up, groceries go up, insurance goes up, the car needs repairs. The future gets more expensive. And Daniel starts to feel like patience is not wisdom anymore. It feels like punishment. He reads the news. He knows scams exist. He has seen stories about fake investments, fake crypto projects, fake gurus, fake businesses, fake promises. If you asked him directly, he would say, "I would never fall for something like that." And he would mean it. Then, one night, after work, Daniel sees a video. It does not look like a scam. That is important. It looks clean, professional, confident. There is a website, there are testimonials, there are charts, there are screenshots of people making money. There is a calm voice explaining why this opportunity is different. Not magic, not gambling, not luck. A system, a strategy, a chance to get in early. Daniel does not believe it right away. He opens another tab. He searches the name. He reads comments. He watches another video. He looks for complaints. And because he is doing research, he starts to feel responsible. He is not being reckless. He is not being emotional. He is checking. He is thinking. He is being smart. That is where the trap begins. The scam does not need Daniel to turn off his brain. It only needs him to use his brain to protect the thing he wants to believe. And what Daniel wants is not just money. He wants proof that he is not stuck. He wants proof that he did not miss every good opportunity. He wants proof that his life can still change faster than it has been changing. The scam does not create that desire. It only gives it a door. The next day, Daniel comes back to the website. The numbers are still there. The testimonials are still there. The chart is still going up. The opportunity still feels possible. Not guaranteed, just possible enough. And possibility is dangerous when a person is tired. Daniel is tired of saving slowly, tired of watching prices rise faster than his paycheck, tired of seeing other people online talk about freedom, wealth, passive income, early access, financial escape, tired of feeling like everyone else found a shortcut and he somehow missed the map. So when the opportunity says, "You are still early," it does not sound like a sales pitch. It sounds like relief. When it says, "Most people will not understand this yet," it does not sound suspicious. It sounds exclusive. When it says, "This is for people who can see where the world is going," it does not feel like manipulation. It feels like identity. Daniel does not feel like a victim. He feels like someone finally paying attention. That is what a good scam does. It does not only promise money, it gives the victim a role. The smart one, the early one, the brave one. The person who sees what others are too slow to see. And once Daniel accepts that role, doubt becomes harder. Because now questioning the opportunity does not only mean questioning the investment, it means questioning himself. A week later, the first red flag appears. Someone in the comment says the company looks suspicious. Daniel reads it. He feels a small drop in his stomach. Then he scrolls down. Someone else replies, "People always hate what they do not understand." That makes sense to him. He closes the comment. Another red flag appears. The founder avoids a direct question during a live stream. Daniel notices it. But then he tells himself, maybe they cannot reveal the full strategy. Maybe there are legal reasons. Maybe serious businesses do not explain everything publicly. Another red flag appears. The returns seem too clean, too consistent, too perfect. But Daniel has an answer for that, too. Maybe this is what early access looks like. Maybe normal people are not used to seeing real opportunity. Maybe the whole point is that it looks impossible to people who are late. This is the part people misunderstand. From the outside, a scam looks obvious. The warning signs seem almost ridiculous. The pressure, the vague answers, the fake urgency, the perfect testimonials, the strange delays. But from the inside, every red flag has a story that explains it away. Daniel is not ignoring the red flags. He is negotiating with them. He sees them, then he gives each one a reason to disappear. And every time he explains away one warning sign, he becomes more invested. Not just financially, emotionally. Because now he is not only hoping the opportunity is real, he is defending the fact that he believed in it. That is how smart people get trapped. They do not stop thinking. They think too hard in the wrong direction. They use intelligence to build a courtroom around the lie. They collect evidence that supports it. They dismiss evidence that threatens it. They turn belief into a case they have to win. And sometimes, the smarter a person is, the better they are at explaining why they are not wrong. A month later, Daniel opens his dashboard. The number has grown. $4,200, then $7,800, then $12,600. It is right there on the screen. Clean numbers, green arrows, a balance that looks real enough to touch. Daniel starts checking it in the morning, then at lunch, then before bed. He does not tell many people, not yet. He wants to wait until it is undeniable. He imagines the moment he will show them. The friend who warned him, the coworker who laughed at online opportunities, the people who played it safe and stayed behind. He imagines saying nothing, just showing the account, letting the numbers speak. That fantasy becomes part of the investment, not just the money, the vindication. The feeling that he saw something before everyone else. Then, one night, Daniel decides to test it. Not everything, just a little, just enough to prove the door is real. He clicks Withdraw. $500. The screen loads. A message appears. Pending. At first, the word feels harmless. Pending sounds normal. Banks have delays, systems need time, security checks happen. So Daniel closes the laptop. The next morning, he checks again. Pending. That night, again. Pending. By the third day, the word does not feel harmless anymore.
It feels like a warning. The company posts an update. They are upgrading the payment system. Temporary delays, high demand, security review. A better platform is coming soon. Daniel reads the update twice. It is written professionally enough to calm him down. Not completely, but enough. He waits. Another week passes, still pending. Now the group chat changes. The confident people become defensive. The excited people become quiet. The people asking questions are told to stop spreading fear. Someone writes, "If you cannot handle pressure, maybe this was not for you." Daniel reads that sentence 3 times, and instead of getting angry at the company, he feels embarrassed. Maybe he is overreacting. Maybe he is panicking too early. Maybe real investors are patient. Maybe this is the test. That is how the scam tightens. It turns your doubt into a character flaw.
At some point, Daniel knows something is wrong. Not fully, not clearly, but enough. Enough to feel cold when he opens the website. Enough to reread the old messages. Enough to check the founder's profile again. Enough to notice that the testimonials now sound rehearsed. Enough to wonder if the money on the screen was never really money. This is the moment people think victims should simply walk away. But walking away requires Daniel to admit something painful. Not just, "I lost money," but, "I was wrong. I defended this. I ignored people. I believed I was smarter than the warning signs." That is why he does not tell anyone yet. He does not call the friend who warned him. He does not tell his family. He does not say the word scam out loud. He waits. One more update. One more announcement. One more withdrawal window. One more chance for the story to become true again. But underneath all of that waiting is shame. Shame is one of the scammer's strongest weapons, not because the scammer always creates it directly, but because the victim creates it for them. Once a person realizes they may have been fooled, they often hide from the exact people who could help them. They become quiet. They stop asking questions in public. They tell themselves they will explain everything later, when the money comes back, when the issue gets fixed, when the system reopens, when the truth is less humiliating. But the truth does not get less humiliating with time. It usually gets more expensive. That is why scams do not only steal money. They steal the victim's ability to admit reality quickly. When the scam finally collapses, people on the outside ask the same question. How could anyone fall for that? But that question makes us arrogant. The better question is, what would I want badly enough to stop thinking clearly? For some people, it is money. For others, it is love, status, security, freedom, revenge, a second chance, a chance to prove someone wrong, a chance to stop feeling behind. Everyone has something they want so badly that under the right conditions, their judgment can bend around it. That does not make them stupid. It makes them human. Daniel did not fall because he had no brain. He fell because the scam found the part of him that was tired. And when the scam offered him a door, he wanted it to be real. That want did the first half of the scammer's work. The lie did the rest. This is why obvious scams keep working, not because the lies are always brilliant, but because the wants are real. The victim wants to believe they are not stuck. They want to believe they are early. They want to believe the missed opportunities of the past
can be corrected by one perfect decision now. And once the lie sounds like that, it no longer feels like a lie. It feels like hope.
So no, smart people do not fall for obvious scams because they are stupid. They fall because they are human, because they want, because they fear, because they hope, because they are tired of slow progress, because they want one door to open faster than all the others. And sometimes, when the right lie meets the right desire, intelligence does not protect a person. It becomes part of the trap. The lesson is not to trust no one. That is not a life. The lesson is to know what you want badly enough to make you careless. Because that is where the danger starts. Not in the scammer's promise, but in the part of you that wants the promise to be true. A scam does not begin when someone lies to you. It begins when the lie sounds like the life you were hoping for.